Now
Okay, yeah,
live.
but you're gonna let me use this to
Yo,
drop.
what's up,
Oh,
everybody?
Alright, so now that Yusuf and Mitch are done fighting about something completely irrelevant to the stream, we're gonna all get together and we're gonna be talking about episodes 4 and 5? 3 and 4? 4 and 5.
4 and 5.
4 and
Yeah.
5 of the
4
Demon Slayer
and
Entertainment
5.
arc. Should go without saying, but if you haven't already seen these episodes, spoiler warning, obviously. So go and watch those, then come back and watch this on YouTube. If you're here with us live. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, pause it, watch it, come on back. It's gonna be a good time.
or if you don't really care, then just stick around.
Episodes
That's
are really good this week, though. Or
Very
last
good.
2 weeks. Really good episodes.
Indeed. So I guess we'll start out with episode 4. Who wants to kick us off?
Well,
Well, some shit's finally going down.
I was trying to think, like, wrap my head around everything that we saw, but I mean, it feels like we're about to hit the climax of this arc. Like, I feel like we're getting really close to the climax.
What was the last thing that happened in the previous episode? I already forgot. Was it
Last-
Was it Zenitsu getting kidnapped? Is that the end of it?
Yeah. So episode 3 was Zenitsu getting kidnapped. Yeah.
Okay. So it pretty much takes off after that, and Tanjiro and Inosuke are giving Tofu or just waiting for Tofu to show up to give him information. And Tanjiro and Inosuke are trying to come up with a plan of attack.
Mm-hmm.
And Inosuke's doing a bunch of different poses to kind of signal that he felt a demon, in his muscles.
Didn't the scene with the 2 little girls and the Oiran from Tanjiro's house happen first?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or you just see how good of a person she is, and that.
Well, it started off with Tanjiro and Inosuke talking to each other, and then it clipped to the little girls and stuff, because that's when Tanjiro reveals that all this time he's a dude. And she's like, yeah, I knew that. What? I'm not a pretty girl?
And
Feels
I'm not
bad.
good at lying.
Yeah, feels bad.
One thing about this episode that I or these last couple episodes that I kind of
This episode.
didn't like was that.
Roll credits.
I feel like Tanjiro, when he was supposed to, and this is kind of a thing I have an issue with anime in general, is that when Tanjiro was supposed to feel like they were just talking about Zenitsu being kidnapped and they don't know where he is, he was still making those meme, like, joking faces where he's just like, huh? Like, they were still doing, like, the funny moments when it was supposed to be a serious moment. I thought that's kind of like, and Tanjiro was doing that a lot this episode 4, not so much episode 5, but
Yeah. And how they were Inosuke was like chopping him in the head a bunch or something, you mean?
Yeah, slapping him a bunch.
mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like maybe it's their training, and maybe it's like they have confidence that Zenitsu's going to be okay, but I feel like they just kind of brushed it off, like, oh, he's missing? All right, whatever, let's still crack jokes.
Yeah, I mean,
Zenitsu's missing, let's talk about the ranks on our hand that we never knew anything about before, right?
yeah, that was weird. I didn't know that was a thing. You just flex hard enough on your wrist, and you're just like, oh,
There's
badass.
A nice bit of lore where you can just talk to your muscles and they contort to reveal.
Yeah, your rank.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool to see that they've gone up in rank from little bitches to now they're actually like getting to the same level as what was her name, Canon?
They're a level beneath her.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see they're actually progressing in ranks, and Demon Slayer Corp actually means something.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that one other guy that they're now at the same level as?
That was the dude Tanjiro saved in the Spider Forest at the end of season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like
His name starts with an M, I think. He's like the worst character in the Demon Slayer game. He's like the lowest of the low tier because his water wheel and shit's fucking garbage. That's all I know about him.
Yeah.
So anyway, they figured out Tanjiro's a dude.
Well, yeah.
That's fucked up. But going back to your point, I mean, they've trained with Zenitsu how long, and they're confident that he's probably fine.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense for Inosuke not to be worried because Inosuke is never worried about anything.
Yeah, he pretty much trusts that both Tanjiro and Zenitsu be fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah,
feel
what
like
did you think about, as Trav would call him, Tofu, just popping in, being like, yeah, now he's missing, you guys should go, I got this, and then kind of being a lot more serious than we've seen him be since we met the character.
I like it. I like how he's like the complete opposite of Rengoku right now, where Rengoku was just in your face, aggression. Tengen's like kind of in the shadows. He's silent. I mean, he's a ninja, so he's a shinobi. So I mean, I like Tengen in this episode. I thought he did a really he didn't carry the episode, and I think Inosuke carried episode 4. That
Yeah.
Inosuke was hilarious.
I-
Episode 4.
I think the guilt's just starting to pile on Tofu. He sent his wives in, and now
No, he
all
sends the
all his
kid.
wives went missing, and then now one of the 3 go missing. So it's probably eating him up now.
Mhm.
He doesn't
Yeah.
really want that on his conscience anymore.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I didn't get is because they're in that scene, and it was a beautifully animated scene when he's running over the rooftops. You hear his jingle, like his jewelry jingle and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell is everyone else not hearing that?
Because he's the sound Hashira. He probably blocks out the sound, right?
I mean, maybe that is one of his breathing techniques that he can make himself quiet, but I don't know.
Yeah, Tanjiro
So-
couldn't smell the sounds, probably. That's why he didn't see him coming. And he knows he couldn't feel him nearby with his body muscles.
His body muscles?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. As
They're
opposed
just
to his
fucking
non-body
muscles.
muscles.
No, it's his body muscles. He just starts stretching around and feels demons around him.
Cool.
Can we
Yeah.
talk? Can we fucking talk about those muscle mice?
Well, I wanted to get to Inosuke first. I think
Like, what do you guys say about Inosuke?
the fact that he jumped and crashed his head through the ceiling and was just screaming at them to
Mhm.
come, and I was like, who's he talking to? He's like, guys, bring me my swords. I was like, what? Who the hell? And then we
Yeah.
just hear, whatever the hell they said, and they were just running towards him
Muscle,
with the swords.
muscle,
Yeah.
muscle,
yeah.
muscle.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was so confused. I was
And-
like,
Amazing.
Like, I imagine the intelligence on those mice are very low, and they're just
Mhm.
focused on muscles. But like, my first thought when seeing the mice, I'm like, why in the fuck Tofu just use the mice for recon or some shit? You know?
Yeah.
Because mice can definitely fit in a ton of different areas than his wives and the big 3. You know?
hmm Well, I don't know. Did you see Inosuke in episode 5? He can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about like comedic things happening, and in episode 4 it was Tanjiro and Inosuke like having a little back and forth talking about demons being there, and Inosuke was sensing them. And in episode 5 it was just that worm action of Inosuke was killing me.
I totally forgot that was one of his like things he could do.
I
Totally
don't
forgot
even.
about that.
Did he do that before?
He never did that
Not that I
before, but
recall.
there was like a scene where he's trying to like intimidate Zenitsu, and he dislocates all his joints.
Hmm.
So he just does. He mentions it before, but he never does
I
anything
believe
with it.
that. Yeah.
So we have Inosuke getting his swords back, and then we're introduced to the muscle mice. That's one of Tengen's things, right?
It's
Yeah.
not one of his breathing techniques, but it's one of his like shinobi training techniques, where he can communicate with animals or something, or I don't know.
Hmm.
Like the mice are from like a shinobi village, from his village.
I think if he breathes hard enough, he can get any animal to trust him.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Dude, the logic in Demon Slayer is
So fucking weird.
fucking wonky, dude.
And then he
like-
can move again.
Like Tanjiro
Yeah.
like leaves for a couple seconds out of the building, and he's just like, I smell something.
Kids, if there's one thing that we can teach you from this podcast, it's that anything is possible through breathing. All right.
Yeah, just
You
breathe
just gotta
better.
breathe hard enough and in the right way, and you can do just about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I didn't remember how much breathing, like how much emphasis was placed on breathing until Tanjiro started fighting at the end of episode 4, where I don't know if we were going to talk about anything before that point, so this can wait, but just how he was able to switch between the different techniques there, and implement the breathing used in his training, for healing, being offensive in both water and the whatever he called the fire form of breathing.
Agora, hot something. I don't know.
Hot something, yeah. Super hot.
Cross buns. The hot cross buns. Yeah,
There
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. I'll
Uh-huh.
Google it.
But I started getting vibes back to the fight the spider at the spider forest too, because
What was that guy's
it seemed
name?
like it was
Rui?
kind of
hmm
it was like seemed like it was a one-way fight, and he started revealing like different strategies, and he started gaining his composure a lot more during this fight. So I
Mhm.
saw some development there. Like he wasn't kind of getting stuck in his head as much as he did before, panicking. Which
Kami Kagura is what it's called.
hmm
Okay, so hot sword is pretty cool. The
yeah. So this is pretty much where because they didn't introduce that he was rehearsing that technique. What did they?
Wait, no, I was about to
No.
complain about that. It's like he just knows how to use more breathing techniques than the one he like. They didn't show us anything.
Right.
Like we're just supposed to assume that he trained. Like who the hell trained him? He doesn't know any other sun breathers.
I
well,
think it was just that he did his own like training just to try and be able to unleash more strikes than just a single like really good slash of that hot cross buns. I think that it was just him doing his own thing. I don't think he is considering it as a new breathing technique even, because he didn't like say it was sun breathing. And I was kind of hoping that he was going to say that he was going to like do some like fire breathing stuff, that he like was like remembering how he watched Rengoku fight and stuff like that. But I think that at the end of the day, it was just him doing his own training just to unleash more of that. But he's not considering it to be sun breathing, or he didn't, I think, say that it was.
Well, yeah, no, I know he didn't say, but there was a point where he does his normal, Hinokami Kagura, and then he does like he's in the midair, and then he says something, where it's like a new move.
Yeah, like the rainbow.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, it's like who the hell taught him that?
Mm-hmm.
maybe it just
maybe
comes
he's just-
natural, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, right? Like Inosuke didn't get taught by anybody to do his beast stuff, so now Tanjiro's just doing, or making up his own techniques, and I guess he's kind of like discovering, in a way, his own like sun breathing shit.
Well, I guess if you want to be specific, like technical, Inosuke learned it from the boars in the mountain. He learned it from like the animals in the mountain.
Yeah, he
Right.
fucked enough boars to, gain the
Okay,
ability.
okay.
What? He has to be.
Okay.
He has to dominate as king somehow,
It's lonely out there in the woods.
right?
Yeah.
Right? He fucks. Inosuke fucks boars. No.
I mean, you can.
Why
just
are we
look
getting
at-
so close to the mics?
Hey, Mitch, come on. You're gonna fucking flare up the mic again. Jesus Christ. It didn't even go through. It was just silence there. You popped your
Discord was
mic.
just like, nah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Best I could do is just mute you, pal. So, wait, I want to backtrack a little bit. What happened after Inosuke got his swords? Did he just start charging through the mansion, or is that when it went back to Tanjiro?
Yeah, he just started like running around. Well, I think it cut to Tanjiro, and then it cut back to Inosuke running around because he didn't find the hole till episode 5.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So
So
I think that,
he was just running around scaring the other Oiran.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
the
got,
episode.
like, his sword, burst through the door, started kind of flexing on them, and he got like that because Tanjiro didn't show up, and then we know why Tanjiro didn't show up, so then it flashes back to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then as he says his goodbye to the Oran there, he's leaving, and then she gets jumped, and then he realizes she got jumped, so he goes back.
Is it just me, or were those like little girls in that like main bitch just like too close to each other?
Not it wasn't that they were too close. One of the girls though,
I just absolutely love you. I love you more. I love you too. It's like, all right, let's. One of you motherfuckers are gonna die soon. I already could tell. This is too lovey-dovey.
Well, I just got weirded out by one of the little girls looked normal. The other one had like fucking lines through her pupils.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like,
Do you think that so there are more demons there, right? Not just this upper six.
well,
Do did
we
they
don't
do
know.
anything? Do
There's
you
the
think?
one from the intro that we still don't know who that is, and that's
Yeah.
kind of really the only one that I suspect.
Well, we don't know if that thing is there. It could be like like they could beat the Dami Mommy, and then they could get the fight the other one.
That
What
was
the
what we're
fuck did
calling
you
her
just say?
now.
I don't know her name, so I'm just calling her the Dami Mommy.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
was,
Mommy?
yeah,
I mean,
it sounds-
mommy? I
Mommy?
mean,
I mean,
mummy? I mean,
I mean,
mummy.
Mommy.
So yeah,
But
the
no.
episode pretty much ends with Tofu like having some sort of regrets, or he like searches for where the noise is coming from.
Well, doesn't he interrogates that person first, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then he gets the info to go to the room, but then it was empty. And then Tofu started just running around the district, where eventually he came across where Inosuke was fighting, and then he started
No.
burrowing his way down.
The room wasn't empty. He found his wife in the room.
No,
On
he
the
found
bed.
a different room. The first room that he was signaled to go to was empty, and then he went and found his wife.
Oh, yeah, and then he gave her the antidote.
Yeah, gave him an M&M.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
Didn't episode 4 end during Tanjiro's fight with?
Yep.
Uh,
Daki.
Yeah, I think it ended with Tofu starting to burrow down to where we later find out where Inosuke was fighting. And then it showed kind of the start of the fight with Tanjiro.
I'm really surprised that it's Tanjiro who's fighting the upper six by himself.
Mhm.
Oh, it's really cool.
I mean,
I just have a
certainly
question.
of the three, he's probably the only one who's got a good shot at it.
I don't know. No, because you remember what he said? I think in this fight, he is actually the least capable of the three because he has to use his sword so much. And what he said is that like his water breathing techniques are not capable with his body, so his sword is chipping. Where Inosuke and Zenitsu their techniques are super capable with their bodies, so they could use their swords better. So
Right,
I
right.
think
I just meant because I feel like the sun breathing stuff, or at least this pseudo sun breathing stuff, is kind of OP.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it definitely brings Tanjiro up a level.
well, yeah, well, that's if he can beat her because we don't know if he's
Right.
gonna beat her yet.
If he can actually use.
Well, he's
it,
definitely
then-
holding his own pretty much just because of sun breathing and his pretty much his tenacity. Really. The question I have is the strap broke on his like backpack and he just doesn't even bother letting Nezuko out. It's like why
Right,
wouldn't they like try to
I-
team up? Is he just
Yes.
being protective brother or some shit?
Yeah,
That was my
Yeah,
pet
they-
peeve. That was my pet peeve. Is we haven't seen her next to at all yet in this arc, and I was so ready for like in the intro with the vines and shit for her to actually get some fighting
Come
and
dude.
stuff going on. And I understand him being a protective brother, of course that makes sense. But I was just like, she's basic like Rengoku. I'm pretty sure, right? Didn't he straight up basically say like if you fight to protect humans against demons, then you're a demon slayer? So Rengoku basically told him like she's a demon slayer, dude. I trust her. She's got my full support. And I was so ready for them to team up and fight because she's totally an asset that he can, have help him in a fight or whatever. And he was just like, the strap broke. Stay put. I'm like, open the
Yeah.
box. It's a sign.
They're saving
I
it for
feel like
something.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to expose her to any type of danger at this point.
That's-
And he said for her to stay in that box unless her life's in danger.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's definitely foreshadowing there, and I can see that going a couple ways. Like one, yeah, her life will truly be in danger, so she has to leave. Like I can just imagine Tanjiro being down or just not around her, and what's her name, Daki or Dami?
Yeah,
Daki.
Dami Mommy.
And Daki, I'm sure she knows there's a demon in there. Like she's an upper
Oh,
six,
yeah.
she's not stupid. So
Yeah.
I feel like she'll probably use that to her advantage, separate them, and go for Nezuko, and then she'll have to break out. Or Tanjiro will be getting thumped, and then Nezuko will jump out and save
I'm
him.
not the same. Yeah.
So,
I think that'll also be really cool. It's just that it's so
I think it made complete sense why Tanjiro's like stay in the fucking box.
I
Because it was an upper six. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Tanjiro's
They
like,
fought
yeah,
Rui together is the thing.
Well,
They fought Rui
Jeez.
together.
but he was a lower,
but
wasn't
look-
he?
He was lower 5, and look what happened to Nezuko when they fought each other.
Mhm.
Like she
But
got-
without her, he wouldn't have been able to get it done. Certainly by
I
himself.
mean, without his sun breathing, they would have been dead
he-
anyways too.
he didn't kill Rui though. He didn't. He lost to Rui, and then the water Hashira came and saved him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
So,
granted, it's just because Rui decapitated himself. I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure that
Yeah,
sun breathing
Rui-
was gonna take him out.
it would have, yeah. One question I had about the Tanjiro fight. Well, I have a lot of questions about the Tanjiro fight, but the big one I had at the start of the fight was Tengen. If he could hear what was going on beneath him, how the hell could he not hear what was going on a couple blocks away from him?
Mm,
Like, why would he choose to go down when he could probably sense that there was something stronger a couple blocks away from him, right?
but
It just depends where he
mean-
was relative to the both fights.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was he
and I
closer
guess-
to Inosuke? And he
Well,
he probably got a tip already from the wife, right?
Yeah.
No,
What's
I don't think
funny
he had a
is
tip.
that both Uzui and Inosuke sensed the same thing, but Tegan took like the, I guess the most difficult path. Like he was like right above the area. He had to just dig straight down through like the
Mhm.
thickest part of the earth or whatever. And we saw that in episode 5 when he actually met up with Inosuke. And Inosuke sensed it from I don't know how far away, and he had to slither like a worm all the way to that
Yeah.
opening.
Well, I mean, that's after he sliced up like an entire house. He eventually found the hole.
Right, but from that distance, like they both came to the same place, and I feel like they may have been drawn. I mean, there was a demon presence there, anyways, because she split with her, like her belt, like it still had some kind of essence in
Yeah.
there. So she split between two places, and there's also the presence of all those other people in that belt, in that little like den. So I'm sure both of those things drew them there.
Have they established that other demon slayers can sense other demon slayers? Or is it just other
don't-
demons can they sense? Like, could if Tanjiro's using his sun breathing, does that mean like the others can actually sense that he's going like all out or something?
I don't think we've ever. I mean, it could be, but I don't think we've ever gotten told that.
Mhm.
And I don't think we've ever gotten told that demon slayers can sense demons. I think it's just the demon slayers that we've met, like
Are good
Tengen
at it.
and Tanjiro and Zenitsu and Inosuke, are good at it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, no,
They
they
can do it.
they mentioned at the start of the
It's
arc
fine,
with
it's fine.
Michael Jackson and the cloth waifu. They were saying, yeah, be
Yeah.
careful of demon slayers because they can sense
I'll,
your presence.
I'll pull that clip up, Trav, and I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'm fine because yeah, I feel like I keep honestly disremembering that like what they actually mentioned there. So I'll look that up quick. And I'll get back to you guys on that.
no, I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson brings it up.
He does bring it up. I remember. I think. He
Yeah, I just can't remember what he says.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I'm
Um,
assuming like
yeah.
lower level like demon slayers probably doesn't have the same like sense as like Hashira and like whatever level they're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think what he ended up saying more or less was that demons can sense other demons and understand the strength of other demons and the difference between demon slayers and their strength. Like if one's a Hashira versus the rank that Tanjiro and friends are. But demon slayers, they can just tell if there's a demon, not necessarily how strong they are until
That's
they're face to face with them.
that's what I thought he said too. Yeah.
Because Tanjiro knew there was a demon. He ran
Mhm.
back, found out it was Dami Mami. She looked him in the eyes after she smacked him across the room, actually right before.
And
Looked him in the
then
eyes and he's like, oh shit.
Tanjiro's like, my strap broke. Let's go down there.
Oh, and then he's like, oh, my body's not working. My body's not working. Oh wait,
What?
I'm just scared. I'm good now.
He's
What the
like,
fuck?
yeah, he just told himself quit being a bitch. You know?
Yeah, I think he just convinced himself it was all psychological.
That's like me amping myself up for a bar fight with when I know I'm gonna lose, you know? Quit being a little bitch.
You've never been in a bar fight.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
what do
I
you
have.
guys think then is gonna happen with him and his two breathing forms?
I'm pretty sure he might just throw away the water breathing, honestly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because I feel like that's just going to get in the way now. And he just might solely focus on sun breathing.
because his body is incapable or compatible with
compatible.
water
He
breathing.
he explained that yeah, his body wasn't compatible with water breathing, and it reacts to whatever kind of way that prevents him from using that to its full capacity. But then when he starts using that pseudo sun breathing form, I mean, his body is still like there's a lot of exertion that's placed on him for that too. So does that mean that it's not completely compatible either? I think he'll come to
Mm.
learn that he needs to change the way that he performs each type of breathing, and I think he'll be able to learn both. He just needs a lot more teaching before he can get there.
Well,
Um,
Eventually, once we get
I think also we're kind of assuming that Himokage Kagura is a sun breathing technique. It could just be a fire breathing technique, right?
Well, didn't he bring up the, Hadouken
fire,
technique against uh, Rengoku's father? And that's why he was like pissed about it. He was like, oh, that fucking sun breathing technique? Little
No,
shit.
he brought up the only reason Rengoku's father knew he was sun breather apparently because of the fucking earrings.
Earrings, yeah.
Mm. Well, maybe
Because Rengoku's father had the book that Rengoku told them to go get about the Himokage Kagura, right? That's the whole reason why Tanjiro went was to get that book that Rengoku's father destroyed
I'm like,
because there was pages about it.
I feel like we're getting way more questions than we are getting answers with a lot of stuff. Like,
Well, we are only on episode 5, so
well, like, I don't think this has ever been brought up. Like, it seems like the entire show showed that Tanjiro was proficient with water breathing, and now just out of the blue, since he's going against his upper six, now he's talking about, oh, I'm at a disadvantage because now I keep chipping my blade because I'm not compatible with water breathing. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? This has never been an issue before. You lost your first blade because Rui cut it, then you lose your second blade because you threw it away like it was fucking nothing.
it's given me
Well,
very much. Sorry, go ahead, Yusuf.
no,
Better be
what
fucking
if,
sorry, shithead.
like what if the more techniques that they learn, the more challenging it is to master each one. Like what if instead him not being like excelling completely in one type of form of breathing like water or that other fire type of breathing he does, that he's just proficient in multiple, like he's a
What-
jack of all trades type
What
of
if he's
thing.
what if he's the Avatar?
Yeah, he's just the
Well,
master
I
of all.
mean, some breathing's
Thousand.
connected to all of the other breathing,
it's-
so
so
it's
it-
not
breathing
it's
is
not
the
outlandish to
origin.
think
Yeah,
that Tanjiro should be compatible with other breathing techniques.
sun breathing is the origin of all breathing. I think that's what
Yeah.
Rengoku's father said.
So if he
That's
gets
the
down
expert.
sun breathing, hypothetically, he could probably master some other breathing techniques.
Well, what I wanted to say, well, what Travis said is how it's like the rank on the hand, and then like my body's not compatible with water breathing. It's kind of giving me like Seven Deadly Sins vibes, where they just randomly in season 2 did a power level scale when that wasn't a thing in season 1. It's like they're adding like power levels in the middle of a season and not explaining anything about it, right? Where like Trav said, the entire first season, Tanjiro could use water breathing perfectly normal, perfectly fine.
Mhm.
But
This is the first time he's had like a visible
Mhm.
issue of any kind. So I rewatched it, and so what Musin, I think is Michael Jackson's name. What he said is that basically the TLDR is Hashiras can tell that we are demons, and we can really only tell that a Hashira is a demon slayer, and with he says we cannot see any differences between humans at a glance. So he was telling Daki to be careful because of that. He was like, yeah, Hashiras can tell that we're demons, and we can tell that they're Hashiras, but we can't tell the regular demon slayers apart. But I guess he's also implying that the regular demon slayers won't be able to identify them. But we know that that's false because obviously all three of the guys we've been watching can do that.
well,
We get some confirmation of that too from Daki, where she just straight up asks Tanjiro, "Are you a demon slayer?"
well,
She couldn't
but
tell.
Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke don't know how. Like Tanjiro did not know how that Daki was an upper six. He thought it was just a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He had
he
to
didn't-
see her
Her eyes.
eye. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He was just like, yeah, this something smells bad in here. She's like, ooh, mommy, and then gets smacked out. And he's like, oh god, those eyes. The Sharingan eyes, you know.
She doesn't
Feel bad for
seem.
that way around though.
Hell yeah.
For
Daki
Orion.
doesn't seem that strong though.
I think it's because they're really power scaling up Tanjiro right now and making him look good,
Well,
just
also
with the sun breathing.
I don't think Daki specializes in like combat. I think she specializes in like secretly kidnapping humans and doing it that way.
Yeah, but how in the shit can you get upper six if you're weak?
That's
Yeah.
true. And they
Muzan
did
told
they did
her-
say she killed 12 Hashira, so never mind.
Yeah, and Muzan told her that she was basically the strongest of them all, even though she was ranked 6. I think that she just hasn't gone all out yet. I think we have not seen anywhere near to her full potential, because I feel like with, you know, down in that underground layer where Tengen and Inosuke and Zenitsu all are, how like the belt has like a face. I feel like that is potentially like a large concentration of her self and like her demon blood art thing. So like if you can connect her to that again, which maybe at some point we'll see, I think that it's going to be very different.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I don't.
she's not desperate yet. She's not gone all out,
I don't think she's really tried yet.
No.
Yeah, I don't. I think she's just playing with Tanjiro.
She doesn't think she has to. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Keeps-
after like Zenitsu and all them woke up, and the wives and Tofu show up and start fucking with the serpent belt,
Well,
she started to
let's
get
one thing
serious.
straight. Let's get one thing straight. Zenitsu never woke
Mhm.
up.
Never woke
Yeah.
up. Hell yeah.
No, that's fair.
That was so
Insane.
badass when he was just like,
He's still my favorite, man. So yeah, he's still my
Yeah.
favorite. Came in slashing everything, and just the way that like as soon as he's done, you just get the subtle like exhale of air from his mouth. I'm just like, yes.
I'm already
Let's go!
I'm already not excited, cause he's gonna, bro, he's gonna fucking wake up and he's gonna be like, what the fuck happened? Oh, Inosuke, you fucking shaved me.
Here's the
You
thing.
know?
Here's the thing, though, right?
It's like
that
Jesus, man.
in episode 4 or whatever it was, we saw him fighting Inosuke, equally jacked as the other guys, and like I think like he was maybe like not, smiling and like super intense or whatever, but at the same time he wasn't like, being a whiny crybaby fighting Inosuke. He was like, yeah, we're training, we got this.
Yeah,
And so
because
he is
Zenitsu knows that his life's not in danger with Inosuke.
literally the only time Zenitsu's done anything is when he's been asleep. That's it.
I think we're getting character development, and I am rooting for Zenitsu instead of other people in this chat who are apparently not rooting for Zenitsu. That's not poggers.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not that I'm not rooting for him. I just think he's fucking boring.
no, I think it's annoying.
I think if you combine the two episodes that we're reviewing, 4 and 5, on an average, Inosuke was MVP. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten Zenitsu. We wouldn't have gotten the two wives. Can't remember their names. I think one is Maki or something.
Maki, and then the other one is just
Shuma?
the other one's just the female Zenitsu.
Yeah. No, we have we have Crybaby and then Backstory 1.
And then Uzui. So all of them are now
Eminem
one
girl.
area. So you literally have like 5? Yeah, you'd have 5 like really strong characters
Mhm.
from what we know, fighting a less dense of an essence of a demon in this little belt. But then they also have like all that collateral damage that's possibly there with all those
The
civilians.
other humans. Yeah.
And then you have Tanjiro fighting like the bulk of the same demon.
Didn't Tengen just one shot the ribbon demon? Didn't he just completely one shot it and kill it?
I don't know.
Chopped
From
up a bunch of it. I don't think
Oh.
that we were given confirmation
know,
that
from-
that part is dead.
my perspective, it seems like the serpent cloth demon is kind of infinite. Because they were just like, this is going to take forever. I'm going to be trapped here forever. Like, Inosuke was just like, I'm fucked. I literally can't do anything. And then Zenitsu comes in with the clutcher. No, the two wives come in and clutch it up a little bit. And then Zenitsu comes in.
Then Zenitsu, then Tengen.
Yeah.
But
Then
like
there's
as he
Tanjiro.
was slashing and you see the blood falling out from that material, I believe that's the people that were consumed by that cloth being released, because that's what we saw with Inosuke doing that with the original three females that were rescued there. So I think Uzui just released everyone from that pretty much, and that
Okay.
threat is still there.
Okay.
Man, I just had a bad thought. Like, what if one of those people got taken out of the serpent cloth and just fell and like broke her neck? You know, and then Tofu's just like, oh fuck, whoops. Well,
Well, yeah, when they
Can't
first,
say them all, I
first
guess.
showed, I don't know, I don't remember if it was Inosuke or Tanjiro who cut it first and got somebody released, but I thought that it was gonna be that he like chopped her in half and she was just like dead now, and I thought that that was gonna like shatter Tanjiro's like soul, like realizing like I just killed a person, but it was like no, 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 he freed her, and I was like, oh, good, Jesus.
she just
Yeah, it was
didn't survive the rescue.
I don't know.
Who do we? I was paying a little bit more attention to the intro, just to see if I noticed anything else. Like last time we talked, we mentioned that we saw this other demon, we saw a different blood art, and then it's like a really simple thing, but right at the end, Uzui is kneeling at a grave. So I think that we're
I
gonna
think
lose someone.
someone's gonna die. Yeah, I think out of the main 7 characters in this arc, someone's gonna die. And the main 7 being the big 3, Nezuko, Tengen, and his wives. I think one of those 7 is gonna die
Wouldn't that be
for
8?
sure.
That's it.
Is that 8? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 8. Okay. Okay. Yeah, one of the main 8 in this arc's gonna die for sure. And I have a feeling it's I have a feeling it's gonna be.
It's gonna be backstory wife, calling it.
Yeah, either Maki, the
The
blonde
one that
wife.
got the one that poisoned herself or whatever.
No,
Yeah.
not. Oh, I meant the blonde one.
Yeah, no, yeah, the Maki, the blonde one, or the one that
Oh.
got poisoned, I think, is gonna die. But
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Trav, like Trav said, Maki. I think she's candidate number 1 to die.
Mm.
Because I don't think they killed Tengen, because they just killed Rengoku.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the balls to kill the main 4 yet.
I wouldn't mind if it was Zenitsu. That'd be fun.
Holy shit.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not rooting for him.
I didn't say nothing. I'm just saying he's annoying.
Well, just think of this. Zenitsu can never die because he'll get so scared at the brink of death, he'll go unconscious and then just save himself.
Hell yeah.
Even if
Yeah,
Zenitsu
he's-
dies, he's still a demon slayer.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you can just be a corpse that Inosuke drags around. And you just froze him in the bell. There we go. Like Inosuke has really been the star player these last couple episodes. Now Tanjiro's finally just getting thrown into the mix of it. He didn't really do too much. He's just kind of bumping into the main boss,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Tanjiro can really last too much longer against the main
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna ask, what do you guys think's gonna happen with that fight?
It's probably not gonna last too much longer.
I think
You
that
think-
what like you, Mitch, and you, Yusuf, were alluding to about like him kind of being in dire straits and then Nezuko jumping out to help him. I think that that's a like a possibility, and I think it'd be a really cool way to swing things in Tanjiro's favor.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you think it's gonna be Tengen and the rest of the squad that saves him, or do you think it's gonna be Nezuko that saves
Probably
him?
Nezuko.
I think it'll be Nezuko, and I think the one of the wives or the other 2 wives are gonna go over and support him. But I
the-
can see Tengen being like, "I got this shit. Go to the other guy," and then they'll go.
Oh,
And then Inosuke can be like, "I got you. I'll stay with you. and We'll fight together," because he wants to be just like him.
you know what I could see that happening that you just like kind of put in my head. I could see Tengen saying to the other 4 that are down in the pit with him, "You guys go find Tanjiro, and then protect him. I'll stay here." And then that's when the other demon's gonna come, and Tengen's gonna fight the other demon, the one we see in the
Yeah.
intro. I think that could very likely happen.
So that serpent cloth, that's not a different demon. It's the same one.
That's
Yeah.
Daki. That's Dami.
It's her like blood demon art.
Well, it seems like she interacts with it though, and like
Mm-hmm.
threatens it.
I think it's an extension of herself, though.
It's like through her consciousness that she's speaking.
Like here, my thought was like that was a demon that can possess inanimate objects or something.
No,
And then-
I think it's like no, I think it's like the dream demon from the train. The whole
Mhm.
train was the demon, but he had its main body, right?
Yeah,
I think it's
but he
that-
also had
that
like a
similar
body,
thing.
and his little hand fucking thing was a. They talked it to and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's like that.
Yeah, but it seems like both of them have different personalities. That's the thing that throws me off.
Well, I guess you're right, Trev. It did seem like the scarf thing was scared of Daki.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like it seems like Scarf Mommy is threatening the serpent, you know?
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
that makes
I
me
thought it
that
was-
makes me think it's the other demon because maybe it just possesses a different object that looks similar to something in the intro.
I thought it was funny
And then
how,
and then grows in power because it maybe has like a mad stock of humans or some shit.
I thought it was funny how Dami Mami said that the scarf couldn't kill Inosuke because he was too beautiful.
Yeah, but she wanted to do it herself.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
too thick.
He's too thick. No.
A like rogue theory that I had that probably is not going to come to pass, but it would be super interesting is that all we see is like the shadow of that other demon, and like that he potentially also has kind of like daggers like Tengen does. My rogue theory was that it would be Akaza after he like devoured a bunch of other humans and got stronger.
I think
I don't
it'd
think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a.
It's too early to
it's
be
just
a
a rogue
Kaza.
theory. It's
Yeah,
just a rogue theory.
It's a fucking
too-
stupid one. How dare you bring it up?
Fuck you. You hate Inosuke or Zenitsu, and I hate you.
You know what I think it could.
You
be?
don't like my anime Husbandu.
Yeah,
You know
top
what?
25 characters of Josh edition, Zenitsu #1. Everyone can just leave except me and Yusuf, and we'll just, we'll simp. I don't
We'll
care.
jerk
Fuck
each
'em.
other off.
I can't say that word. We'll be very fond of Zenitsu by ourselves.
What word?
How old is Inoki?
What is happening?
Go ahead, Josh. Finish your
You
sentence.
can't say SIMP on Twitch, I don't think.
Oh,
Simpsons?
Homer Simpson.
Yeah. You can't talk about that show on Twitch.
That's copyrighted.
What I think of the main demon, not the main demon, the shadow demon that in the intro that we haven't seen yet, I think it's a very good chance because if the reason Tengen uses his dual blades is because training from his Shinobi clan, I think it could be someone from his clan. Like the reason he became a demon slayer was to hunt down his best friend that got turned into a demon or something. That's just a theory, a game theory.
What a dumb fucking theory.
Yeah, what's your theory then, Trav?
Zenitsu dies.
That's a dumb fucking theory.
No, I think it's pretty good.
Okay, I will say that if they did have the balls to kill off one of the big three, it would be.
Honestly,
Zenitsu.
it might be Inosuke though, because he's doing a lot.
If they kill off, Inosuke, I'm not gonna watch. That.
If they were gonna kill off any of the big
They're
three,
not
it would
gonna-
definitely
they're
be.
not gonna.
No, I'm just saying though, it would be most likely it would be Inosuke because he's done a lot of power moves so far, so they're definitely making him look pretty good. Like Zenitsu really hasn't done shit. He just kind of shows up to the party. You know, and that like
it has a lot of potential because we've seen him grow, and like you said, Trev, he's making a lot of
It's just-
significant moves.
yeah, and plus it's just not Zenitsu's time. He really hasn't done anything too big to warrant him like
Yet.
saying
He might
I
not have
do.
his names yet.
I don't think any of the main three have done anything big enough yet to die. So I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Well, I'm
If it
just
does
saying
happen.
if in this arc, the main candidate would definitely be Inosuke. What if they just rip off fucking Tanjiro's head? And then he
Yeah,
and
to
he
just kill Tanjiro.
and he just breathes.
There's already a big ass scar, so like it's already started. You can just finish
What if he
it
just
out.
breathes hard enough to put back his fucking head?
I really thought they were gonna nail his head until he made a double rainbow with his breath.
Yeah, he just breathing. It's so stupid, dude.
Did he even
He wa-
cause like rainbow mirrors or mirage or
Oh.
something? I don't know.
He's so stupid. He's like, oh, I can't move. I'm gonna die. Let me breathe.
Just
harder."
just breathe harder,
Just
suck in more air. Yeah,
Like his
stupid.
body hot.
yeah. That's the weird shit about Demon Slayer. Everything's just breathing, and Tanjiro can smell shit really good.
Real good.
Yeah, I always get weirded out by that one little maid girl, like the one from his flashback when he had the fever. I don't know why. That one just gives me weird vibes. I don't know if it's
Her
like
eyes are weird, man.
Oh, the little
the
girl.
eyes, the
Oh, I see.
strands of hair, the fact that their bangs. I don't know.
Yeah, and then
It's just
they
like-
then they just throw in the fact that, oh yeah, because I have a fever, that means I can do sunbathing much better. I'm like, what the fuck? Now you just
It's so
And then-
stupid.
they're just throwing in shit in this fight. It's like, it's cool because now we get a little bit more knowledge on how he's being able to use sun breathing more often, just because he has a fever. But at the same time, the whole water breathing not being compatible is weird.
Well, okay, but I'm gonna say it again. Do we know that the Hamakiki, whatever the fuck it's called, is
Hadouken.
even? Do we even know that hot cross buns is a sun breathing technique? It could just be. Because didn't Rengoku say that it's like the secret 10th fire breathing technique?
He just said it might
he
be,
was-
but he just doesn't
Maybe.
know about it.
When he was making those moves, I at first thought that it was fire breathing like Rengoku, and then I heard you guys start calling it sun breathing. So
I mean, we can be
breathing?
completely in the wrong, honestly. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's legit fire coming out of his blade. We don't know
Yeah.
what sun breathing looks
Well,
like.
Because Hino Kami Kagura translates
Hadouken.
to dance of the fire god. That's what it means in Japanese.
Okay, so it's probably the 10th fire technique or something.
Or we know that for that sun breathing technique that didn't he kind of do when he was fighting that spider? He had to do
Mhm.
some kind of dance for it, right?
Hmm
The dance
His
that
father's
father
his
did.
father's dance. Yeah.
But they could be referring to that dance too.
Can,
And the
can
fire
any of you remember when he is like on the train and asking Rengoku about it? He doesn't call the technique fire breathing. Does he say like, what does he call it? Because
Tanjiro?
yeah. Because we didn't know about sun breathing when we were watching, Mugen Train. Does he just call it like fire dancing, or what does he call it in the movie?
Well, he's just like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I got a book, though, at my place.
No,
that you can
no.
read.
Breathing.
What does Tanjiro
Just
call it?
plain
Josh is
breathing.
asking.
Flame
No.
breathing or something?
No, I think Tanjiro
It's
just.
just-
I think
He
Tanjiro
just,
just
he
calls
just,
it.
he just calls it Hadouken, what he spewed out before.
I'll go look. I'll go look.
That's what I'm looking at.
We just don't know yet, really. We don't know what it is meant to be.
Hmm
For all we know, it's a fire breathing technique, or maybe it's like the thing that connects sun breathing and fire breathing together.
hmm
Maybe that's why Rengoku could never use it or something, or has never heard of it.
hmm
Anything else that was super important in these episodes?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about how badass Inosuke was fighting underground.
That is true. He did. He was pretty badass.
Like, it's crazy to see him actually, like, thinking rationally about the situation. It's crazy. He's, like, super smart. And he has really great instincts. And he's just really fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'll just say, you want to talk about any character development? Talk about Inosuke's character development. Like, he actually thinks now and actually does things, whereas Natsu still really hasn't developed any.
Has it really been character development? Or,
Yeah, that's absolutely
Because-
character development.
I mean, for all we know, when he was in the mountains, he was still a demon slayer. And now it's just like he's, like, really showing off that he's on a mission. And he's like, oh yeah, this is my rank. This is how you do it. How the fuck did you not know that? And now he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put these people's lives as main priority. I can't fight this demon. I just have to protect the people I've already saved.
Oh, Trev. Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and the little butterfly girl all passed the Demon Slayer test at the same time. They were all in the same test.
Were they?
Yeah, but Inosuke ran off before Inosuke was done and out before
Wasn't
Tanjiro
it-
even finished.
Was it 5 or 4 people that graduated that?
There's
Because it was that emo dude with the mohawk, and then you have that fucking
There was
butterfly
5 then.
girl.
There's 5 then, yeah.
I don't know.
Like I remember, like the proctor said that there was a 5th one that already left because he finished so fast, and that was Inosuke.
Okay.
So he wasn't already a demon slayer in the mountains. It's character development because in season 1 in the Spider Forest, Inosuke just rushes in and tries to fight this thing, and this time he's actually thinking about what I should do, how I should do it, and how I need to save all these people. But then you do see him slip up at the end where he's like, "Oh crap, these people are gonna die," and then Zenitsu saves them, or no, the wives save them.
Well,
So-
to be fair, too, in the mountains, there wasn't really normal citizens for him to protect. He just assumed the other demon slayers could protect themselves. So when he's in the underground, he needs to prioritize the lives.
What mountains are you talking about?
But the spiders,
Oh, I didn't know they were in a mountain.
where do you think they were? Fucking Atlantis?
Oh, they were in a fucking forest.
Yeah, it was the mountains. Or it could be a forest for all I know. I'm just saying.
I'm
That
pretty sure it
situation
was-
they
it
were
was
in, there
like-
was no like citizens that he had to protect.
Well, they were sent in to get out, like to evacuate the rest of the Demon Slayer Corps. That was their mission.
Like to investigate, right?
No, it was to extract the rest of the Demon Slayers.
Well, doesn't really matter. Now we're getting like a good show of Inosuke actually showing off like, I guess, some sort of growth. I don't know. Or he's actually showing off like major skill. He's badass. And he dislocated like his arms and shit and fucking slithered down a hole. Which would give me fucking nightmares. I would have a panic
Yeah,
attack and die just thinking about going in that fucking hole.
Bro,
No shot.
The entire time he was down there, I was thinking, what happens if the demons crawling the other way and just kills him? No one will ever know he's dead.
He would fucking headbutt him. What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
He would headbutt him.
Yeah, that's not gonna stop it. He's not Tanjiro's head.
We don't know.
We do know because Tanjiro
well,
literally headbutted him.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
think
what
about
he's been
those-
training for, making his forehead better. See, you want to see character growth? Let's see them butt heads again.
I want to know how he brought those swords through with him, through like that.
Well, remember on the
path.
train thing, he just stuck them in his pants.
Yeah,
So I imagine he did the
they
same
were
thing
just-
here.
They were just vertical, and I don't. It's animated. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, even if
Suspension.
he's wherever he would have stuck them, it would have been hard to get a straight.
Maybe the muscle mice. Maybe the fucking muscle mice were behind him, going like muscle, 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 carrying the fucking
See,
swords.
that's what I think they should have done. I think they should have just like left the swords. He should have just called for the mice men and muscle mice when he was in the hole, or some shit, and be like, muscle mice. Come
I
here,
swear.
do your job.
I swear, if the
Across the
muscle
sword.
mice die in this arc, I'm fucking done watching this show.
Done. Yeah.
Maybe
They're not
maybe
gonna
those are
fucking
the ones that are
die.
in the- like, great.
Muscle mice, muscle.
What if the muscle mice kill one of the big six? What if they have like a breathing technique?
What if they killed Daki, dude? What if they killed Dami Mami?
Yeah. No, that'd be something I want to see. Like out of
What if,
nowhere.
Daki eats the mice. Be like, you guys are the most beautiful.
She wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
I tried like sifting through the movie to try and think of what I was thinking of. I didn't really find anything, but I guess at the end of the day, I think it is plausible that is just a
Jesus
fire breathing technique and
Yusuf,
not a sun breathing thing. I don't know.
I'm gonna post a picture in chat. They do show how Inosuke's swords got through the hole. Here. They do show it. Let me post it in the Discord chat. It's gonna mess up your layout, Trev.
If you stream it, yeah, don't do it.
I won't stream it. But here,
If you post it in the chat, I could probably pull it up.
look, they show the muscle mice carrying it through the hole.
Oh shit, yeah.
Mhm.
There we go. Yeah, okay, that frame looks
Oh.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. They're doing their job.
Yeah, so we got the muscle mice here doing
Little
work.
Ratatouille.
Muscle, muscle, muscle. And then Josh is over at fuck. There we go. Yeah, so we got the muscle mice there. So shout out to them. The real
I think that
MVPs.
they also said that they brought Zenitsu his sword.
They did.
as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did. So yeah, clutch muscle mice.
much.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tanjiro's just gonna get his ass kicked, and Nezuko's just gonna step in and,
Mm-hmm.
she'll unlock like a new ability or some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
See him in dire straits, and then go and surpass her limits.
yeah, and then Tanjiro will be like, "What the fuck? Told you to only leave."
leave. Oh,
Just slaps her. It's like, Jesus, Tanjiro. It's okay. She
How,
could breathe it off.
how dare you be willing to put your life on the line for me? Anyway, I'm gonna go put my life on the line for you.
I smelt that you were in danger. The fuck, dude? Let me just breathe real quick to make myself feel better.
yeah, I'll say just breathe harder, Tanjiro, and you won't be in danger.
Yeah, duh.
At least it was cool that they were showing him actually training with it, and it shows like
Mm-hmm.
what happens when he overdoes it. Like all his muscles like strain up, doesn't it? It looks really
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 100.4 degree fever.
Are they gonna talk about the wives at all? Like that, in that little backstory flashback we got with them.
So it
Do
seems
you guys
like
have
the
anything
one
to
that's
say
most
about that?
favorable is
They just
the
really
one
don't
that's
like giving the Shinobi girls clothes.
Fuck no.
They're like, fuck it, anime, let's go. I've played Fire Emblem Fates. I know how Kagero looks.
Well, cause
She
I
looks
really
the
don't.
exact same.
I really don't get it. They were just like, Tengen was like, okay, you guys should care about your lives now, and then you should care about me. Or no, he's like, you guys should care about your lives. You should care about people's lives, and then you should be my wives. And then they were just like, yep, okay, sounds good.
Oh my god, Tengen someone.
Like,
I think that was how we won them over. I think like we know that for Shinobi, because even if you haven't watched Naruto, it's kind of like a known thing that they try to put like the mission success above all else, and then that
Mhm.
goes down a whole different rabbit hole in Naruto. But
Well, they definitely see
I think
themselves as expendable.
yeah, and I
that's just
think, like,
how
that's
Shinobi were in real life too. That's just
yeah. Yeah, and so they saw themselves as expendable. They didn't really see much value in themselves besides having mission success. But I think it was a way to show Uzui's compassion through that. I feel like that's kind of how he won them over.
I
And
mean-
being as strong of a figure as he was, like they said that his clan, I don't know if we can say it on stream, but had more than one wife, like the other technical term for it.
No, it's offensive. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna
Yeah,
say.
I don't know.
I think you could
What?
say polygamy on Twitch.
yeah.
yes.
You can definitely say polygamy.
Yeah, I don't stream. So I
No,
don't know.
that's offensive.
Yeah, so
We'll get your
like, I'm not
podium
sure-
ready for you for your apology on Twitter.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. I have to first make a Twitter account, so
Oh,
it's
well,
not gonna happen.
I see you're a person with a brain.
Don't worry, you can apologize for me.
Nah, I'm good.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like because he is in a well-known clan like that, they may have not seen people in that clan as having that type of view on other people, especially Koichi, and he just won them over like that. Be like, hey, your guys' lives are precious. You need to take care of them, and then once you know that you can take care of your own lives, then you can worry about the mission, and then I come next. I want you guys to take care of yourselves, do what is fulfilling to you, which is your mission. That way you feel valuable, and then remember that I'm there for you. And I feel like that's how you got them all.
They have to feel valuable.
Yeah, dude. Because even Maki was like, the only thing that I could do was put my life on the line. That's the only way that I was worth anything.
Mhm.
And then what's the other one's name? Suma. She's like, I'm not worth shit. I can't do anything. I can't fight. I'm just here.
Yeah, I mean,
And then I don't remember enough about the
I,
other.
I honestly
Also
don't.
with
I,
Kai.
I honestly don't even care about the wives right now. We just don't know much about them. All we know is that they're married to fucking Tofu.
Bro.
It just seems like if anything, Maki's the most capable one. So
Yeah.
I think that's.
I feel like archetypes. The one that got poisoned is kind of like the mature leader type. Maki is
The
like
big
Inosuke.
sister.
Yeah, and Maki's like the Inosuke type, where she's just fucking crazy all the time. And then the other one's like Zenitsu. So it's like Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we'll get a scene where they get their ass kicked and then they like look at the ground or some shit and they're like, tofu sama, and then they do a fucking flashback of how they got to this point, and it's just
clip that.
no,
Someone.
don't.
How do you clip? I don't even know how to clip.
Exactly, you're already failing.
I'll do it.
No, but it's like we just don't know anything about the wives, honestly.
Yeah.
So I don't really care about them right now. I'm sure we'll get that fucking anime moment where there's like, oh my god, he always believed in me, so I have to believe in myself to make it back to him, or some shit. So
Well,
I'm sure that we'll get
so-
more of the wives in later episodes, but right now it's definitely amping up. So now we're actually gonna get into the fights.
I mean, do we have enough time to get into the wife talk? So we only have 6 episodes left of this arc.
Well, then fuck them. I don't care. Then they're just wives. Like, seriously. They're there to get info, and they already got kidnapped. And it's like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck we doing here with them? Oh, let me throw up and show some kunai. I'm going to throw some kunai at this cloth, and then, we're not going to talk about you the rest of the show. It's like, it's either we talk about them or we don't, and we just move on. Hey, look at her skimpy outfit. Great.
Oh my god.
You good?
I'm working on the clip right now. Just try and keep it together.
God, I don't know why I'm laughing so hard.
Try and keep it together, my man.
Well, I mean, there's really nothing else to say, really. Stuff's starting to ramp up, and by the time we get done with these next couple episodes, we should be at a sort of a climax.
Do you Yusuf got it? Okay. Do you think we're gonna get like this arc and then a next arc, or I think we're just gonna get like a 12-episode season and then be done?
I don't know.
Because I think like we might get like 11 episode arc, episode 12 like recap, and then maybe like another arc. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll probably have an episode that has recap on it,
Mhm.
but I don't know.
Yeah, they'll probably have like all their bones broken again, and they'll get.
They'll just have to
back in
breathe to get
Tanjiro's
better.
sword is broken for the 4th time.
they'll have-
He's already
Yeah,
got to
no.
get it fixed, and then they're gonna have that fucking bit again where the guy's like, "I believe I'm gonna kill you."
They have to go.
I already was like shaking my head when I saw his sword was getting all fucked
Mhm.
up. I'm like, God damn it, we're gonna have that
Yeah, we're going
goddamn
down.
bit again.
Yeah,
Great.
they'll probably unlock like healing breathing form 2 and
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he'll breathe hard enough to fix his fucking sword, so we don't have to bother with that shit.
I just hope the next
Mhm.
arc of the season explains fucking sun breathing a little bit.
Yeah, I would like to get some info on that. No, but it seems like the episodes are ramping up, and we'll find out who's gonna die, if anyone.
If anyone, yeah.
Zenitsu. Whoa, who the fuck said that? Hat, why the fuck would you say that? You're gonna offend Josh.
I think Zenitsu's gonna escape. He's gonna hear Nezuko clawing at her box from across the town.
Yeah.
And just
No, he's
Like
gonna
a-
he's gonna fucking
Like in an epic voice, just, I have to go protect my woman.
There was a what did he say in the one episode? There's a situation or we have a problem or something, and he's gonna notice Nezuko's. He's gonna like sense that Nezuko's all by himself away from Tanjiro. He's like, "This is my chance.
That's my
I'm coming." No, but I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, there's nothing much more to talk about. I mean, these were really good episodes, but like there wasn't a lot of context. So there's just a lot of like fighting, and a lot of just
very to
Really
the
cool.
A
point.
lot of good fighting, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we'll get more. These next
Things are
2
about to get
episodes we'll talk
flashy.
about.
oh yeah, things are about to get flashy.
Yeah,
That's the next episode.
Zenitsu's gonna die.
Means
Jesus
Michael
Christ.
Jackson.
I know, Hat
Hell
keeps
no.
fucking saying it. Like, stop bringing it up, dude. It's
Hell
fucked
no,
up.
Michael Jackson ain't coming yet.
What if Tanjiro just, breathes hard enough and decapitates fucking Michael Jackson, and that's just the end of the show? This is the last arc.
There it is. I guess we can't really stop them from doing that, but I don't think that that'll happen.
Yeah, whatever. It's the way the story ends. All right, I think we're pretty much done, right?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All
For
right,
the most part.
let's wrap it the fuck up. All right. Bye, bitch.
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Mitch, Josh, and Yusuf discuss Spider-Man No Way Home. You can watch live at twitch.tv/DutchRee every Monday night. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications so you don't miss any new episodes. Thank you for watching.
Hello.